Buondì a tutti, si va avanti alla fine. Ieri sera, come prevedibile, ero fuori, sono tornato comunque non tardi, ma ero troppo cotto, ho cenato, andato a letto morto proprio. Comunque continuiamo di Outer Worlds. Ieri ho fatto un paio di quest così, di quelle, tipo alla fine la regina era una taglia da portare, quella rapido, un rompiballe, come prevedibile. Ho fatto un paio di quest del cavolo di quelle
So,
rapide che
you launched the
mi ero
box
perso.
station into space. That probably took slightly more effort than dropping it on a
Perché ce l'hai tanto che in questo fatto che hanno lanciato la stazione Vox su una città? Sei proprio ingastrito, l'uomo lunare là. Allora adesso andiamo a finire da questi Niles, magari. Cioè sempre se non è come l'altra di coso di Rao che mo devo aspettare. Quella di Azza secondo me mi viene il dubbio, visto che lei fa parte del culto che delle fratture là. Dovrò fare la
Your
quest
arrival cannot be
quella
more
delle
timely. After the events of Paradise Island, I could think of no one more
sull'altro
suited to
sul
conduct a
chiostro.
surgical strike of this nature. I'm glad to see you again as well, Niles.
Gotta say you had me worried. The message you sent sounded serious.
Then I composed it accurately. To the task at hand. We are standing before the tomb of the matriarch. Few are invited to tour its halls, and even fewer know of its greatest secret.
Prima che faccio cadere la live. Allora,
For any subject, visiting the matriarch and First Sovereign's resting place is the pinnacle of empty social achievement. The intelligence my friends risked all to acquire revealed a vault in its lowest level. Who knows what technologies the Protectorate is withholding? If the matriarch was the genius she's purported to be, the skip drive cannot be the entirety of her inventions. Whatever technological advancements may be sequestered here, the goal is almost certainly to keep the populace of Arcadia subservient to the pernicious whims of its governing body. But not for much longer. We are going to liberate any and all of the matriarch's research, whatever it may. Reaching the vault will be no simple task. They're likely to be unfortunate. We must first gain entry to the security room, however. Once there, I should be able to access more information about the lower level's layout and potential hazards.
I can see a half dozen points of failure.
Glad we're operating under. We're unlikely to have another chance like this. We must follow through now that we've made the opening. Which also means, after you.
forse era...
Stay close and keep silent. The less attention we draw, the better. By the matriarch, there weren't supposed to be visitors today. That sentinel and docent are gonna put splinters in our plan if they're not dealt with.
You hang back here. The commander and I'll take care of this.
Gladly. I'll rejoin you once the panel's.
For my next gift, I bestow upon you the pinnacle of automechanical design, far superior to all automechanics. Let's sing the chord between the Protectorate and the Order of the Ascendant, mark the moment of Arcadia's true birth. I now present to you my new invention, the
Adesso mi sa, c'era un trofeo di una cosa tipo santi tutti, secondo me è questo.
my new colony.
Assolutamente. Ah. posso tornare là sopra un attimo a vedere allora. Vediamo qua che proprio così magari faccio il giro dall'altra parte, infatti.
Trap on the Sentinel. Now to give that docent similar treatment.
A questo punto cos'era? Probabilmente bella forte, la fontina si è asciuttato su lei.
Commander.
Oh, I see. You must have noticed a spot of dust on that artifact and taken it for cleaning. Good initiative.
È un po' rincoglionito Ravu quando te lo porti. Deve essere stato perché no, mi sto fottendo la roba, vai tranquillo. Io ho paura che lui alla fine mi si incazza tipo. Vabbè, alla fine non ha neanche 3 migliori personaggi, mi sa che poi alla fine mi porterò Ines e Niles, ma come lo potenzio. Allora, salviamo.
Perfect society demands perfect thoughts.
Check enemy light just turned on. Taken care of.
Finiamo fino alle sue sofferenze.
Wait there. I'll come to you.
All handled. My turn. Should be a hidden entrance here.
Safeguarding the matriarch's remains from the console, are we?
Ma posso andare i resti della matriarca. Ok.
The security room that we need to reach is nearby. Should be able to...
Who goes? No one is allowed in here without the proper authorization. Ah, I see you have come armed. Intruders, then. I suppose you intend to extract my surrender through means most lurid and foul.
Damn, the head curator. I had hoped to slip in before his shift, but no matter. We cannot allow him to leave and raise the alarm. He must be dispatched, quickly.
How's that now?
Now hold on. I know we had to kill that fella with the Sentinel, but this man's unarmed. He's already surrendered.
I rather think that line has some blurry distinction.
How much of a fuss could this one fella cause, really? Come on, Zeb. No need to cut any bellies over maybes and ifs.
Please, if secrecy's your concern, you may rely upon me to be the utmost spirit of discretion. I have never betrayed a confidence in my life.
Allowing him to leave would be a grave error of mercy, one we can ill afford in this place.
If we start gunning down civilians, where does it end, Zeb? Ain't Arcadia covered in enough blood?
You need me to clear that moral obstruct? This man is an instrument of empire, perpetuating the tyrant.
I'm kin to the rip.
Are you? Can you even fathom the indignity of my sister was made into a shadow? I endured daily sessions with the lathe of particularity and still find myself policing my own mind.
The commander's right. This man didn't put you in the lathe, Zeb.
I never have possessed him. Fine, you're free to leave.
You are merciful and wise. I will depart at once.
Let's hope the consequences of this decision do not... You and Niall should turn off the power to the security barrier and make your way to the vault. I'll remain here and guide you as best I can through the...
Cos'è? Era da un po' che non trovavo kit di emergenza.
No going back from here. Not until we've done what we can.
Hold! Don't set foot in that room. Snags on this console indicate this place is defended by all manner of traps. One moment. Yes. It appears there are N-ray tripwires, invisible to the naked eye, that will electrify the floors if crossed. Move cautiously. And if you have any gadgets that might help, I suggest
Non mi pare di averlo mai trovato.
just using them.
You're hurt, Commander. Steel yourself.
To prolong his life. My father's condition continues to deteriorate, both physically and mentally. It has been difficult to observe.
figli
His
saranno
latest effort
questi.
would see him entombed within an automechanical body. I objected, of course, to my father becoming some chimera of machine and man,
Ci sono
but was
passato.
overruled. Now the Order informs me that, far from being a panacea, this attempt has exacted a toll on my father that is likely to finish what time and disease have already begun. I may soon be sovereign. And if that
Over here,
bears
Commander.
out,
Reckon I found
I'll
something
need
that
to
might be
hide all
useful.
of this. Burn all of my father's
Have a look, Commander. With a little elbow grease and some inadvisable engineering, who knows? Could come in handy. Just doing my part. But let's keep on. I'll continue tinkering on.
You've made it through. Good. Now there should be 3 switches in this room. When pulled in the correct order, the doors should open. Finally, damn it.
Ah, ho attivato il trap.
Supply can still be relied upon. 1, 3, 2. Wrong again. The code is 132.
Quindi aspetta, forse.
We're not overly impeded by this puzzle, but I apologize for my... That vault door is quite the obstruction. Fortunately, there should be a code. No. Fuck! They changed it recently. That shouldn't have happened until next week. I'm certain I can help you see it.
Sì, che poi io ho comprato anche le munizioni.
might have something else that can get you into that vault, Commander. Does that seem a little off to you, Commander? I think he's that business with the curator. I'm glad Zeb stood down, but it was close. Never seen him so eager for bloodletting before. He's changed. I know you're right. Suppose part of me still feels responsible for what he's gone through. If only I stuck it out, maybe then, well, no use stewing. We've still got a vault to break in. Speaking of, remember those components I found? Turns out you were right about trusting my instincts. You take the honors, Command.
Not I was hoping for a more subtle version.
Am I running hot, or was that a hint of worry I heard in your voice back there?
Principles, dear.
I neglected to pack a thermometer.
I fear the longer this war continues, the further
This
we
terminal
stray
should
from
allow me to retrieve all the information stored here.
Every step we take must honor the matriarch. I kill Henry this, but he is set in his ways. His notions regarding...
This cannot be right. There's nothing here save the designs for the skip drive. Not even initial concepts.
When we can use them to Arcadia's...
10 years in Arcadia and the matriarch invented... nothing? And what's this about a deal with the Earth Directorate? We need to talk. Now.
So that we may secure a perfect future. We must act with haste. I only ever wished for Henry to embrace his role as the caretaker of our...
I knew the Protectorate festered with lies. But I had Niles.
Slow up, Zeb. What do you...
It says your agency struck an agreement in exchange for skip drives. Arcadia was allowed to completely govern itself with absolutely no outside interference, including from the Earth Directorate.
Must be why the chief said we'd be on our own if we were caught.
If this information is true, then the Earth Directorate permitted the matriarch to... Everything Arcadia is. All of the suffering that's taken place here. It all could have been avoided. There's more. The skip drive schematics are here. How the explosive safeguards against tampering work. Our dear matriarch is a fraud. A cheat. She did not invent this.
Rather a convenient revelation for an enemy of all the Protectorate stands for. Pardon me.
I thought I might find some technological innovation that could be handed to the Protectorate's enemies. But this is almost better.
Just what exactly are you thinking?
By releasing this information, we can the Sovereign will be revealed as the unclothed emperor he is, and demolish Arcadia's myth of superior erstwhile. Giving the skip drive designs to the Protectorate's enemies will even the fight. Their technological prowess will be made into nothing. Everything will come apart.
If the whole colony ain't destroyed first by some fool trying to use a drive inside the system. Not to mention how this agreement with the Protectorate will completely
I was not aware of such a connect. As for the Earth Directorate, don't you see? This frees them from any obligation to the Protectorate. They'll be able to manufacture skip drives them.
It's worth holding the Earth Directorate's feet to the fire for this deal, but I don't think plus making the skip drive tech available, that's like throwing a...
Do you think the Protectorate stand around debating the potential for injury? No. They act, and so must we. Damn the consequences. And should I refuse to leave empty-handed? What then?
Whoa. I know you're aiming to do the most good for the most amount of people, Zeb.
Do you know how many of my friends died? And you would have me what? Give up now on the cusp of victory? Lay bare my throat for the Protectorate machine to cut? I am listening. Out of respect for my friend, I will forestall the release of this information. I'll remain here for a while longer to cover our tracks. The Protectorate will discover the break-in.
Guess this is goodbye.
Only for now. If we both come out of this war intact, I'll find you.
I want to talk it over with the commander, but...
Mi mancano 2 livelli e sono al massimo. dato quell'abilità quelle un po' più utili alla fine, sommato.
There they are. These are the ruffians who threatened me. Slay them at
Quindi ci ha tradito il bastardo. Smetti di fare Benny il giro. Guarda, sta girando. Questo ha chiamato le guardie veramente dopo che l'ho risparmiato sto bastardo. Vantaggio da
Don't even know where to start with everything that happened in there. At least we were able to talk Zeb out of his plan. I'm all for sowing chaos in the Protectorate. But that kind of information is liable to do more harm than good in the wrong hand. I understand his desperation. What I don't understand is I expect backroom dealing from unregulated corporations, not from the only agency keeping them in check. The Earth Directorate should be better than that. Permission to speak candid, Commander. Strange as it sounds, this whole experience with Zeb ain't easy, having to decide between your allies and protecting untold innocence. He's the damnedest thing. In spite of everything, I find myself relieved we spared her. Augustine still owes a debt to us, and the rest of the galaxy. Maybe she pays it all someday, and maybe she doesn't. Either way, you were right to give her the chance. If you taught me anything, reckon time will decide the heroes from villains in this tale, but it's gonna be hard to forgive the Earth Directorate for arranging the stage like this in the first place. Defect from the Earth Directorate? Believe me, Commander, I understand the sentiment. Deep down, I'm still convinced the galaxy is better with the Earth Directorate in it. Something has to change within the Directorate. All said, I appreciate you giving me the space to work through this. Sort of feels like the future's likewise.
Allora, torniamo un attimo alla incognito. Così vedo se lì c'è anche un dialogo. E così gli metto gli ultimi suoi 2 potenziamenti. Vabbè, il dialogo ce l'abbiamo avuto adesso là fuori effettivamente. Allora però vorrei fare così sta roba. Ora rimbalzano sui bersagli, battono occasionalmente i bersagli. Vabbè, tanto lui devo aspettare che arrivi il messaggio sulla incognito, quindi portiamoci loro due. La missione quella dello sciopero, tra l'altro. Non cercavo di farla finire bene.
That's right, folks. Keep the chanting going. I can see the overseer up in her office. And we're definitely... Welcome, fellow disgruntled worker. Can't say I recognize you. You come from a different plant to support our cause? That spiteful little cur. She's up in her office imagining new ways to make us miserable. Honestly, we just want to eat, sleep, and relieve ourselves on a reasonable schedule. But the damn I ain't sure how you're gonna get in. This door is... That's right, folks! Keep the chanting going! I can see the overseer up in her office. And we're definitely making her miserable!
Vediamo come posso entrare. Ah, vabbè, c'è un modo.
Any negotiation I ever been a part of. Not that I've been part of many.
Non è un'intrusione, vero? Vediamo che magari mi servono. Materiale compromettente, esatto, così ho delle informazioni per poter negoziare prima di entrare.
Welcome to Auntie's fine. I assume you are the disruption ameliorator? It was about damn time you got here. This labor stoppage has put us almost a full week behind schedule and is making me look quite the fool. Some ne'er-do-wells have incited our workers to halt. It should go without saying that such flights of fantasy have no place inside Auntie's Choice. And if we were still in Tau Ceti, they would face
I reckon she's got her wires crossed. Basic dignity is what Auntie's Choice promised us when we signed up. So long as we were good at our... And while we might have faced grave consequences back on Tau Ceti, it was under old management, who were trounced rather thoroughly in the end, I might add.
Nevertheless, here, we must focus on getting these ingrates back to work, and remind them that they're damn lucky to have Auntie's Choice to dedicate their lives to. Absolutely. These lugs have been positively exalted in the good fortune of rising to their limit. Why? Can you imagine suffering under the yoke of a sovereign's rule? Or floundering at the... No. Only within Auntie's Choice can these drudges achieve genuine prominence. If they exhibit excessive dedication... You're asking me? That clearly is your domain. And when I say I It is critical that you understand that, as director of this facility, I should effectively be treated as though I were an executive. Is that clear? Well, I guess I can respect your efficiency. Very well. The workers, I believe he has demands, but I can't be bothered to remember what they were. You will find him up on the landing pad with some of his minions. Go help him understand the situation so everyone can get back to work. Best of luck to you. Remember that your actions don't do us
Io non voglio non voglio che la soluzione della zia fa finire sto sciopero.
I ain't aiming to seem rude, but I got a lot to deal with right now. Unless this is mighty important, I'll respectfully ask to be left to my business. Settle my complaints? How exactly you planning that? Auntie's gotta prioritize worker prosperity over productivity. What we've got now is, poor, labor... Remind me again? Right, that. We need better hours, free stims, and...
They work 20-hour shifts, which require stims to endure that are charged at a premium. Adrena time is actually cheaper on the undisputed. And if that inhuman brutality isn't enough to offend basic decency, they're also barred from using the... It is an unconscionable condition to keep these workers in. I can't imagine how hard it is for them to coordinate their daily duties.
It has been incredibly difficult. And very... Our shifts need to be reduced to 12 hours a day. 4 hours of personal time ain't even enough to rest. Second, if we gotta work those long hours, we want free, finally. We want all-day bathroom access. Expecting us to fit our necessities into the same 4 hours is just mean. Plus, between us, thank you for your trying.
Saw something like this just before Auntie's Choice took over Tau Ceti. Didn't end well for the bosses, I'll tell you that.
Welcome back, Amelia. Did you make contact with workers? Do they understand that this stoppage is madness? Are they ready to return? So, what are these ingrate alley sprats willing to settle for? Golden privies and gilded sheets to be spooked 12 hour? Are they mad? I am, frankly, disappointed you would even bring me such a preposterous demand. You should have nipped this offensive arrogance in the bud. I suppose that's true. It wouldn't take much to put enough pep in their proverbial step to make up for 2 lost hours. That would translate into more profit for the plant. All right, you've convinced me. Free? Free? Giving something away for free is akin to ignoring the cost of its creation, which is one small step. What in the void are you talking about? My greed is certainly doing no such... What? No! I would never! That's slander. And or lie. Well, fuck. That's quite the rub, isn't it? All right, what do you want? All right, though I don't know why you'd waste this Is there more, they ask? They want to relieve themselves on What if they lounge? What if they take time to relax? What if they retreat? You can't imagine because you've never What more do they want? Very good. Ha! I was going to say very...
Cazzo! Mi hanno visto. Sì, ma voi state sciuperando, cazzo me ne frega. Allora, facciamo così che magari riesco a migliorare la cosa, però tra l'altro. Tipo quello dei bagni. Secondo me devo parlare con qualcun altro, trovare altre prove. Cerchiamo di dare le cose più possibili ai tizi. La soluzione della zia.
You seem like a go-getter. Let's consume lunch sometime.
That's right, folks. Keep the chanting going.
But I could use something a little more upbeat right about now, like this.
Ain't this a sight? Class consciousness.
If you won't let us sleep for 8, you can charge us for stimulates! We don't want to make demands, but no more peeing in bottles and cans!
Ma perché adesso mi vedono? Dai, porca... Chi cazzo mi ha visto? Prima gli è andato bene che fottessi sta roba e adesso... E chi mi ha visto? Ma porco zio, guarda. Ho fottuto troppa roba.
That's right, folks. Keep the chanting going. I can see the overseer.
Chi è che mi ha visto?
And we're definitely making her miserable.
A caso. Perché ero troppo spostato di là e quindi ero visibile da fuori, non è vero? Aspetta, la facciamo che non ci voglia ogni volta di rifare.
Welcome back. Did you make contact with workers? So, what are these ingrate... I am, frankly, disappointed you would even bring me such a preposterous demand. You should have nipped this offensive arrogance in the bud. I suppose that's... All right, you've convinced me. But giving something away for free is akin to a... What in the void are you talking about? What? No. Well, fuck. Is there more they ask? They want... What if they lounge? What if they take time to relax?
Medicina, quindi...
What if... What more do they want?
Io medicina non ce l'ho, quindi niente. Mi dispiace, meglio di così non posso fare con le mie statistiche.
Hello again. Do you have news for us about the negotiations? That's as fine a place to start as any. What did that tyrant have to say for herself? Well, that certainly is disappointing. But I suppose... What's next? Excellent. What Well, that's tragic. I won't give tell... What's next? She willing to see reason? Free? Really? Why? Well, it's not the outcome we were hoping for. But these changes will make...
Damn! I really felt like I was close to signing all of you. But I'll get him next time. And he won't always have you working her ankles for her.
Next time? Against you? What in law's name are you saying? Sometimes you talk so...
Yeah, I was
it don't matter. All that matters is my... Now, if you'll...
Going back to work under Auntie's choice ain't exactly my idea of success, but at least I'll have better terms to leave her under now.
Potevo fare dare meno di 18 ore, quindi.
The workers have returned and production has resumed. Wonderful work. I have already informed the Home Office, and with it, put in an extra... You may tell the executives that dispatched you.
Torniamo sulla legittima pretesa.
Commander, I have news. I finally heard back from Virgil. His message was suitably vague. I suspect he fears the Consul's eyes scanning his message, but I believe it to refer to the Arbiter training facility located on Paradise Island. Parts of the location can only be accessed by Arbiters. He likely did so to avoid the Consul's spies. There's a certain hominess to it, inasmuch as we have any particular home. Bringing our findings to Virgil will hopefully allow us to deduce something from all that we found. I only hope it dispels some of the muddiness we've encountered so far. Further complications would be most disagreeable.
Allora, quindi su Isola Paradiso, però prima di finire la quest su andiamo a finire quest'altra che è sportiva. Poi vedevo che col treno mi sa si fa nel quartiere quello che dicevano. Allora.
The story of Auntie Cleo versus the Moon Man is a ballad for our ages. A thing of legend is to be...
Welcome back. We understand you've been a very busy...
Yes, time is bits. Tell us how it went.
A satisfactory effort, my ameliorator. I had hopes your talents would yield a result a mite more in our favor, but good work overall.
Well, I suppose I...
Anything else you'd like to report? Your performance at that facility went exceedingly well, all things considered, and it was an ideal first step in effecting...
There you go again, pinning your career to that flim-flam mathemat... What do a bunch of eggheads know about marketing? Marketing isn't some rigmarole you can plug into a computronic doodad. It's instinct, intuition, know-how. It's a fucking art. Damn right. We're Auntie's choice. Real marketing is gut-driven. It's not something you think about. It's something you feel. That is, convince some...
It is an intricately crafted, multi-phase marketing initiative that will introduce Auntie's choice. It requires a series of daring, almost impossibly savvy...
Whole thing's a load of bunco. Calculate, go ahead. Tell the...
With pleasure! The archive on Cloister analyzed millions of variables with bazillions of permutations to create an idealized path for total... Yes, suppose we should move on.
I'm the head of our proprietary Insight Acquisition Division. Stealing our rivals' trade secrets? That's our bread and butter. The Protectorate have a process called mental refreshment. Some kind of mind manipulation. Auntie wants details on their methodology, pharmacology, and technology. This archive plan says it's important? Fine. Auntie and I agree. Actually, it's only 3. Surely you can handle twice that many tasks. A few aspirational goals, if possible. If you see a chance to talk their lead scientist into...
Which is to say, we'll make it more worth your while. I promise.
See you when it's done.
Rivalry between our top divisions. Jealousy, hard feelings, really stirring the pot. sort of unorthodox? Well, no, not really.
Ah, ecco.
But I get results writ large.
Live, love, laugh, purchase, and consume
With Auntie's choice. As your peerless leader, known for her unparalleled business acumen, I might appear above the occasional frivolity. But no, I do enjoy spectating
Non era mai un
a
caricamento a sto
sporting match
punto.
as much as all of you base rank and file. The big rift cut off tossball news from home, but
I done falled off the corporate ladder.
Why, looky here. I see you got her message. Glad you followed up. Now, the question is, are you just here to work an angle, or are you moved by our plight? When the brass sets an impossible deadline, who do you think everybody on the floor gets mad at? When trials run late because some lab tech melted? See, us in middle management, we get none of the credit, all of the blame. Catch hell coming and going. With nary a promotion, we pulled our funds to hire a maverick outsider like yourself to collect useful information on 3 local persons of interest to help us climb the ladder. See? Can't say no to that. We tailored our pitch. First person is Melquiades Alcantara, proprietor of the Bottom Runger. The second is an unnamed individual. Shows up at the Esplanade every day with a mop and an...
And why is he always waving at everybody?
Head back here when you're done with them two. The third target we'll talk about after. Sir, anything else? Wonderful! See everybody? Things are looking up.
Allora, qua cos'è che... Ah, ma quindi... Aspetta, innanzitutto...
Trinicular. We took what nature heedlessly assembled. Artificial means. At Auntie's choice, we strive to be 110% wholly plus artificial. Artificial.
Get you something?
Guiding principle. Enjoy and
Afraid he stepped away to his office. Think the boss would share that with me? I mean, I actually been concocting my own cocktail creations in my odd-off around the corner to the right, just past the stairs. Likely find him whipping up a fresh batch. The drink's quite a hit around here, and it's Melquiades' own proprietary recipe. In fact, I have. I once made a drink called Death by Purpleberry and also Zeranium Poisoning. Very high. More's the...
positive bit flow. Our portfolio is diversified, but we can always do better.
Horse comestibles! Horse comestibles! We're literally giving them away!
Close and... Hey! Didn't you hear me growl?
Oh, no, it's okay.
As you wish. Retreating.
Sorry, they get a mite carried away most times. Oh, me? You must have mistaken me for a sights and... Don't mind them. They're here to make sure nothing happens. To me, it's all a bit much, to be honest. But I guess it's like Auntie always says. She don't go by that no more. Anyhow, probably shouldn't just mull about here engaging in idle talk.
Enough of that. You ain't idling. You're networking.
Oh, guess I was at that, huh? Thanks.
Oh, it saves me from small talk, mostly. Ain't many folk who aren't put off by the limb and avoid me entirely, if I'm honest.
Wait, really? Hey, stay here, will you? Me and my new...
Staying put, but keeping alert as if our jobs and/or lives depended on it.
Bob off! Where's comestibles? Where's comestibles? We're literally giving them away!
You're here for Melchiada's... Investigator Yoshida. Did you know the deceased? Seems like you're... Were you aware if you had any business rivals? Any disgruntled employees? Deals gone sour? Oh. So you were just... stopping by to ask about his secret innovation. Ah, just like on that show. Corporate fit. If you're after the recipe, you probably want to ask around at the bottom runger. Someone there might know who'd kill Melchiades. Go on. You're clear. But remember, taste more and feel less.
Indicates the fact that any kind of parasite found in an Auntie's Choice product is provided free of charge and is not the property of Auntie's Choice.
Look who's back. I know one. Valo Andrews, owner of the Best Choice. Wasn't too keen on our success. Melchiades said she's... The only way I'd ever make it in that place is crawling through a vent. Some of us, till next week...
Right, so how does this all work exactly? They bring you a drink, and then people just conversate? Oh, right, and I'd add that big... So we don't talk about work matters or what other sort of stuff you want to talk about? The weather, maybe? Oh, Felicity. Felicity Carroll. Dr. Felicity Carroll, eventually. She came to be lead scientist of research and development at Numic back in the good old days, when the company still did, you know, human testing. I was her best test subject. Oops. Guess that's why them guards call me the first testee. Hadn't occurred to me before. Auntie must have come up. Sure was determined. I'll tell you what. Made her own healing grease. Got one of them entry science jobs at Auntie Cleo. You know, the corporation. Started scaling the corporate ladder right quick. Weren't too long before she left the colony completely. You think? I'd sure like to think. Oh, you got me reminiscing something fierce.
You don't say. Don't suppose you can think of any other fuzzy memories?
Maybe I can remember other important things like that. You know, this is nice.
Notice you've got your own share of prostheses. Those from the garbage pile on Argo?
Lost an arm back when we learned that antacid wasn't safe for skin. One foot was testing a Raptidon repellent where, I guess they were...
You've been through it, huh? I hope you know these experiments did some real good for us. I wouldn't be here, alive, and with this arm and...
Well, you know, I haven't talked to her for, going on 40 years. When she approved my request for this role, I got a letter from her that said, dictated but not read at the end. Like she was talking right to me. Or at me, maybe. You know, you're probably right. Sometimes thought it might be good to hear from her more, but all I know is one day, Felicity said she was up for a promotion. To be Auntie. She told me once she needed to climb to the top no matter what. But that she was real sorry about the people she had to step on to get there, though. Well, you know, kinda. I didn't mind. Much. That might be all I want to talk about. The rest, I don't know. Would hate to be rude. You come out with me. No. This. You know what? I haven't felt this springy inside since Fel and I worked the garb.
To hide them away from danger. I'm Auntie Cleo, and I won't.
Where's comestibles? Where's comestibles? We're literally giving them away!
Luckily, our products can reliably prevent that. So
quello dicevo che presto o tardi servì andare al posto quello là di VIP, quindi fatto bene a pagare. Nessuno la dava questo, cose. Comunque dei secondari fatta questa me ne rimangono, a parte quella dei fulmini, poi altri due da trovare. E 3 incarichi di cui uno già ce l'ho.
What now? Have an issue with the service? She's in her office. Door to your right. Oh.
What are you doing back here? No one's allowed. Who left that door? Someone will be fired over this. And I don't know what you think you're seeing here, but ignore all this. What? All this? It's a Raptidon bite. A unique king. I procured its recipe from him before his unfortunate passing, and before you ask, yes, I have receipts for everything. No. Now that we have the recipe for this dreadful elixir, our clientele no longer think you're wearing down my resolve, don't you? Look, I see you're going to be a problem. Just cover my efforts and expenses and the recipe's yours. Our patrons are returning already anyhow. Fine, you can have it. That admittedly was a Here you are. Time for you to blunder out.
Ormai ci sta a skippa i dialoghi, se non finiamo mai comunque il gioco. Cioè quelli di trama ok, però il resto. Cioè poi bello limpiato e tutto, ma parlo veramente, ma veramente tanto.
Ever read the Middle Manager Handbook?
Ah, gli avrei dato cacciato l'arma poi in realtà.
Hey everybody, look who it is. All finished? Knew he was connected. What'd you find out?
Or inspiring stories about her career ascent. You know, that might act as encouragement to them like us, presently stagnating in our position.
Huh. A rumor had it she was one of the Skylar line. I got a whole lot of insightful...
Wait. There's been more than one Auntie Cleo?
What else?
Whoa!
That's real relatable. I mean, we all...
Yeah, like she could eat a bar right out of the paste obtruder.
Learn anything more? Those details were highly motivating, both personally and professionally.
Diverges greatly from events depicted in Auntie the Musical, the all-singing adaptation of Auntie's life story, which we've all of... Didn't make the drink, or didn't make...
Less we know about all that, the better. Right? Was here for your trouble, from all of us. There's a former Spacer's Choice VIP in the brig.
Full of scathing invective.
Belittling, one might say. But, you know, tough sort like you might have an easier go of it. Nah, they got him set up like in olden times. They let everybody walk up and holler at him. You know, we all been chewed out pretty fiercely before.
I still have nightmares.
Uh-huh. Likewise. Future generations will... Oh, that sounded very take charge. Have to remember, may you effectuate effectually toward the agreed upon...
Quella questa forma come la potrò finire invece.
We took what nature heedlessly assembled and vastly rebettered it through artificial means. At Auntie's Choice, we strive to be 110% wholly plus artificial. Artificiality is our guiding principle. Enjoy an artificially enhanced existence through the conspicuous wonderful.
Welcome to... Please do not taunt the prisoners. Thank you. I know what I said, and I meant what I said. Visitors to the brig are required. We hope...
Come to jeer at a fallen old rival like all the rest. Swear I heard from everybody else in this rickety tub. So, been some sorely lackluster heck. Not expecting much, but go ahead. Try your worst. That was almost all right. Got anything else? Wait, you didn't come here? Well, certainly embraced it. So, all right, I give up. What do you want? Yeah, well, we did stab her in the back first. Only routine business, though. To take it personal to the extent she did is... Look, I appreciate the attention and all, but does any of this benefit me? Because otherwise, you might as well just jeer away. That may all be well and good, but I'm from a real... Furthermore, and consequently, I don't do nothing without something. Name's Himanshu Tegulapalli, regional brand manager for Tau Ceti, Spacer's Choice. Auntie has it in for all. Been humiliating Spacer's Choice every chance she gets. You seen those display images mocking the Moon Man, dressed up like a baby? You bet. I want my turn. I taped a particularly scathing diatribe earlier. Patch it into the PA system. Let me have my say. The PA system controls are in the back room at client intake. The audio cartridge is in an evidence locker in the room behind that desk. Bet if you just ask the guard over there nicely for access, she'd open it right. Wonder. So I should mention while you're on this ship, Auntie's Choice has a few products.
Welcome to... what is it? Well, you'd probably pay me to remotely unlock it. And/or ask me in a remarkably debonair fashion. All right. See that door behind me? It's suddenly so pleasure doing business.
Mi piace questa cosa di chiudere la porta. Ogni volta tipo loschissimo. Qua mi sa che sarà più difficile entrare. A meno che non si fanno corrompere i soldati poteri. Fammi salvare, che mi sa che qua posso farmi.
Attention all employees of this poor excuse for corporate blundership. This ill-conceived...
Allora...
Attention all employees of this poor excuse for corporate blundership. This ill-conceived, off-brand take on an oligarchy. Say what you will of Spacer's...
Nice work. A sterling performance by both of us. I've been waiting to give. You've heard about the Spacer's Choice and Auntie Cleo merger. Auntie was attempting a hostile takeover, but we outplayed her. Voted her after Earth went dark. Auntie was technically the senior ranking executive in Tau Ceti. But everything she's been doing since has been quasi-legal at best, including her being CEO of Auntie's Choice. With Earth being dark, no one has proof to call her on it. This little ruse of hers will collapse and she'll be exposed for every corporation to see. If I were Auntie, and thankfully I'm not, I'd say she's betting if she takes over Arcadia, she can prevent all that. What I had to say was more important. People here, the rest is going to come out eventually anyway. After that, we can all go back to exploit. No thanks. One Spacer's Choice.
Finiamo questo avanti e indietro. Così vado a fare la quest di Rao. Dopo vedo solo se accordo Eco la posso finire adesso.
Tramicular, arriving.
I'll have you know my panhandling license is completely up to date.
Any update on the man in the Moon Man mask? Heard the announcement, assumed that was your doing. Wait! What?
What? But Auntie said the last message that arrived from Earth was...
Wait, this is bad. Knowing this is not good.
What does the middle manager hand...
Says here, unfinished business leaves one undone. Trim loose ends before everything comes unraveled.
I was, but now your lack of certitude has got me starting to worry. That's exactly what the corporate assassins in...
Simmer down now. That was just a fictional represent... We accept your terms. Consider this final payment for services rendered.
Oh, you sounded just like an upper middle manager right then, Twombly. Good job.
Vediamo se riesco a finire anche un accordo equo. Li ho fatti cacà sotto comunque. E ci sta anche.
Trinicular, arriving any moment now.
Left, purchase and consume with Auntie's choice.
Ah vabbè, finché non faccio quella, quindi continuano a... E allora andiamo da incognito. No, però prima aspetta. Sì, Raumo, andiamo a fare la PS2. Mi pare che adesso si sta un po' velocizzando la cosa, dai. Cioè comunque le quest secondarie le ho fatte la maggior parte, me ne mancano pochissime. Quindi adesso si comincia ad andare più dritto su quelle dei companion, poi manca quella di Azza, quelle di fazione. Poi che devo andare? Qua. Allora. E poi sì, le principali che comunque me ne mancano 3 per la fine del gioco, queste 2 che ho più la finale. Quella di raccolta alla fine mi manca un pezzo solo, è una sola registrazione che devo arrivarci in quella zona. Comunque tutte le secondarie rimaste sono in zone o mi serve roba che comunque devo prendere ancora di main quest.
Careful, friend. This stretch runs between Fairfield and the Eastern Forward Operating.
Perché qualcosa mi dice che alla fine salta fuori che è lui che ha ucciso la tizia? Mi sta facendo arrivare qui. Secondo me c'è un trappolone, va, fammi salvare.
If Virgil's not about, he's like to be in the training grounds depths. There's a lift that will take us lower, located behind a door.
Arbiter Nebs. The words are a song to my ears. This, no doubt, is the opportunity I have long awaited. These hapless recruits arrived just before the invasion. No sooner had they set down their bags than their instructors were called to the war front. I read the fear, the uncertainty in their faces. And I knew it was this outpost's primary practice target replacement technician. I alone could teach them. They see me as their leader, their arbiter. I will not fail. Should the invasion breach our defenses, I will stand proudly at the vanguard, shoot to kill, and lead them to victory.
Virgil! Oh, thank the architect I found you intact. We visited the Supreme Arbiter's office in Central Control and found something impossible.
Impossible? Why is it impossible? So that you may claim ignorance as to the truth of what you've uncovered?
L'ho detto.
Fine. If you're still so thick-skulled, Tristan, then I can see I've no choice but to confess. Hold. Do you hear movement?
Attention, Arbiter Virgil Montag. Under the jurisdiction of the Council, we stand to bring you low. Do not resist.
Damnation! I knew the Sentinels were looking for me, but I did not expect they would come to this place. We have no choice but to fight. I can operate our turrets from this location, but you must engage the Sentinels head-on to prevent our being overwhelmed. Go now!
Arbiter Montag, lay down your arms. Surrender and die. Those fools were but an expeditionary force. I've no doubt the bulk of their number remains on the surface. I shall take an alternate path to prepare a surprise for our would-be assailants. Then I shall flank them as you engage them.
Hold! You were beginning to say...
We cannot have this conversation until...
Anche se questo era su il benvenuto.
Virgil, enough! Our being at odds with the Council is...
You already know whether you're willing to admit it or not. Very well, then. Tristan, you stand before the murderer of the Supreme...
I don't believe this.
Open your eyes, Rao. The Supreme Arbiter was planning to send a message in her final moments, pledging allegiance to the Consul. Who do you think bore witness to those final... I did what I thought was just.
No.
I had to. I knew that if you...
Would it? Or were you just trying to save yourself from my wrath? You're right. This is not the first time we've encountered the paradoxical nature of Protectorate law. Each time we did, our prior conclusions inform my present feelings. But I cannot view this objectively. Virgil killed our mentor. It's madness. My hesitation is more reflective of a weakness of character. One does not hesitate in the Protectorate. One acts. Each encounter we have experienced together has left me torn. The law is clear on this. It is but is addressing traitorism not the utmost priority of any Arbiter? Is not the betrayal of the Supreme Arbiter taught us that conscience has no bearing in our... I cannot bring myself to execute my sworn brother. It could be better if I did not. I cannot be sure this I know not what to make of the Supreme Arbiter's betrayal.
I know this decision can't have been easy, but better to make a hard choice.
I don't know what to say. I just wish there had been some other option. That's all well and good, but it shan't undo my... 1,000 words of thanks for meeting me here, Tristan. I know, though, before I go, a parting gift.
Go with the Sovereign's blessing, brother. And be careful. Commander, this has all been... draining. I...
Che non posso usare il viaggio da pintura. A quanto pare. Allora adesso cominciamo. No, perché ero là dentro e quindi non vi stava bene, ok.
Commander, I've had some... Despite the manner of what Virgil has done, I still have much doubt about my path, but I don't believe... Having good intentions does not spare you. Doing Yet what can I do? More than 100 years of Protectorate society cannot be changed by a lone body. Can it? But how? I see. I shall remain with the Protectorate, interpreting its laws through a moral instead of a punitive lens. Innocent until proven guilty is a novel concept. But it is words are not worth the air propelling them. Let me make good on them first. When we began traveling together, I was not sure what to make of you. I deeply appreciate your hand in this investigation.
Quindi da... Che dire, ripeto, mi sa che devo finire la quest quella su chiostro, o quella comunque che ottieni il coso per usare per fare le fratture. Allora, fammi vedere dove devo andare. Ovviamente l'unico posto che non ho visitato era proprio quello dove dovevo andare, ok.
Help you?
Ready to take the hit, Commander. Just say Wick.
That covers fire!
I'm the one you need to worry about.
Guarda come corre. No, perché questo non è uno... è ucciso, mi sa, uno che era più o meno innocente, va bene. Capita.
Enemy like just turned. Got eyes on some no good. Got some bad company.
Colpo trovato, solo ora ho capito che cavolo è, che praticamente quando trovano un corpo nemico, ok. fine gioco presentante con corpo trovato alla fine.
Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology. Feeling distracted? Daydreaming? Come in. And be refreshed. There to help you. Don't miss fully my perfect thoughts.
It is the duty of every protector.
Are you ready to realign with the
Tutte le queste gli
paradigm?
NPC
To
per
share
ora
all
dei
manner of
compagni mi pare che le ho
imperfect thoughts?
fatte.
All it takes is some light instruction, a restorative
belle,
cocktail,
tranne quella
and a
di
quick
Marisol
dip
che
into
è
the
finita in
lays of
una strage.
particularity to abrade your imperfections. I'm Head Refresher Gould, and I guarantee when you exit our doors, you'll be a productive member of our perfect society again. Soon you'll say, goodbye, imperfect thoughts. Hello, contentment.
Just like being back on smoke extraction detail at the shipyard.
Greetings, subject. Or should I? Welcome to the Wellnetarium. You're not on my schedule. A walk then.
I think a few bulbs burn.
Oh, you appear to have questions. A telltale sign of needing refreshment. Why, of course. It is the duty of every subject to submit for a quick mental tune-up whenever we experience imperfect thoughts or lack. Head Refresher Gould says mental refreshment increases tractability. Stop. I've undergone the procedure myself. Several times, they say, and look at me now. Never more content. Simply step over to my automechanical colleague.
To deliberate is to court ruin.
Notions. Haven't had an imperfect thought in. I can't recall how long.
Minchia, scassinamento 17.
Greeting, subject unscheduled. Welcome to Placid Waters Wellnetarium. Evaluate. Subjects are required to respond 100%. Query 1. Concisely characterize your personal perspective. Incorrect. The accepted answer is, I fulfill my duty to the solve. Query 2. Rate your present level of zealous efficaciousness on a scale of 1 to... Incorrect. Wait. Processing. That the degree of zealous efficaciousness expected of a... Query 3. Do you ever fall prey to imperfect thoughts, including unacceptable? A perfect society demands perfect thoughts. Final query. How would your neighbors describe you? Processing. The appropriate reply was formulating conclusion. Phrenometric matrix delineate 100 and the acceptable amount for a true and dutiful protectorate sub. Now, proceed to the nearby pneumatic tube to collect your complementary unitard, and your realignment with the paradigm begins now.
Collective cognitive compliance is a key.
Wonder what it says about us that we got mistaken for patients.
Greetings, new person. You have a look of query about me. I have answers to questions. Hello. My name is Abigail, and I am realigned with the paradigm. Head Refresher Gould says his recorded lectures are that, a restorative cocktail of pharmaceuticals, and a quick dip into the lathe of particularity. Only internally, I'm afraid. You should speak to refreshment. Why, it's right outside Head Refresher Gould's office. He'll just follow the signs to the lecture hall. Pondering begets disharmony. To deliberate is to court ruin. I once possessed a failing of character where I would voice simple statements in a way that sounded like a question? Drat! There. It is the duty of all Protectorate. I am newly full of zeal, free of imperfect thoughts. I only experience approved emotions. Doubt and worry are refreshment.
Never doubted their zeal.
Oh, you're new. Must be. You still retain that look of inquiry and deliberation. No, I'm newly full of zeal. That is, they say my phrenometric peaks are resistant to abradement, but still, they try. Wait, I just blinked I couldn't leave. Not yet. Haven't completed my regimen. My phrenometric peaks are you in disguise? I don't recognize so-and-so as a title. I'd go with you, I guess. But I need something first. My commemorative pitch balls in there. From my favorite team. I had to turn in my personal items when I was admitted. On account I tried to leave once or twice before. Suppose so. One way out's the safest. Someone dug a tunnel in the kitchen pantry. Though there are 2 automechs assigned there now. That doesn't seem like the sort of thing that'd be allowed. I'll be dither.
Scusa, incarico tipo. Ah no, una secondaria, ok.
Medicament dispensement has concluded for today. Please proceed to the lecture hall. The kitchen pantry is presently off limits. The kitchen pantry is presently off limits due to anomalous structural tampering.
Settle down, everyone. Lecture's playing. Prepare to be edified.
For today's topic, we'll touch on why our program is so very important.
Greeting, unscheduled walk-in. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, rounding up for clarity/responding approvingly. Our refreshment facilitator, I am responsible for providing each subject with medicament dispensement, has concluded for the day. Response. Medicaments are stored in medicament storage. The offer farewell statement.
Humanity unguided is cravenly, inept, and slothful. We of the Protectorate are not, because we do not allow ourselves to be. The paradigm charts our course, gives us purpose. The console is the firm hand that guides us. Mental
Trovare qualcosa per operare qua.
Your siren's call of independent thought falls on a deaf.
Our enemies envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of community. They sneer at our contentment.
E chi ce l'ha il tasto priorità adesso? Ah, forse aspetta.
Oh, a new face. Well, I'd welcome you to the Wellnetarium, but the designated subject reader ought to have attended to that. I was once a victim of imperfect thoughts. Oh, I had so many questions. But yes. Admitting you question is the first step in your recovery. But worry not. Soon enough, questions are an unmistakable sign of, as every loyal and dutiful Protectorate You've missed the daily medicament dispensement, if that's what you mean. But you should take that up with the medicament dispensement. The medicament dispensement automech auto-mechanically dispense. The medicament dispensement automech auto-mechanically dispense. The medicament dispensement automech auto-mechanically dispenses medicaments. I see you found the lecture as edifying as all the others here. Head Refresher Gould provides us with daily lectures in audio cartridge upstairs in the audiovisual aids office, of course. Though that area is off limits to all How very interesting. Here, take my
non è
pass
stato così
then.
facile.
It grants access to all mid-privilege. You must mean the lathe of particularity. One assumes you'll feel
That could have gone worse.
She sure ain't asking many questions. Though I figure that's the aim of this refreshment nonsense. Bastards.
Quanto manca per il livello massimo?
Aggressors in range.
Prima che trovo il corpo magari.
That's somebody.
Evitiamo di far andare tutto in merda. Va.
Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not.
Ha detto che delle cucine hanno fatto un tunnel.
Placid Waters Wellnetarium.
This unit is currently unavailable for meaningless interaction.
Personally overseen by Head Refresher Gould, the top
Dove è sul
cognitive
tunnel
divisor
però adesso? Qua dovrebbe essere perché guarda c'è della terra quindi.
refreshing than ever.
Però non me lo fa togliere. Non è che si è buggato.
Collective cognitive.
Saltiamo l'ascensore, buona.
It is the duty of every Protectorate
Forse perché
subject
devo
to
prima
ensure
disattivarlo.
they're
Come
operating at
faccio?
peak efficiency at all times.
Allora, fammi
The
provare ad
paradigm
andare da
requires
su da qua, se no con l'ascensore. Ah, no. Aspetta, però posso andare.
The Sovereign provides, the system abides.
Hostiles near.
Dov'è la cosa di battipalla? Fuori.
privileged access somehow. Our superiors must have arranged it.
Ho fatto bene a venire qua, era un altro modo, dai. Aspetta che qua forse vado avanti, andiamo prima dal tizio che gli devo dire di scappare.
Refreshment is so important.
The mental refreshment process increases trapability.
Hello.
Stifles undue
You find my pitch ball?
stymies untoward inclinations and
Oh,
repositions them.
commemorate. Suppose I'm ready to leave. Well, almost. Okay. Okay.
Right as rain.
Collective cognitive compliance is a key part of the prescribed curative regime. Think only prescribed thoughts.
Ah, ecco perché non potevo toglierlo io, potevo fare lui.
The tunnel out was right here. Oh, they put a poster over it. This is all right neighborly of you. Oh, and last I heard from my daughter Emily, she guess all outsiders aren't as bad as prudence makes you out to be.
Happy and contented. Others are not.
Eyes up. Hostiles.
Don't hurt him, please. You're not here to harm him, are you? If so, I must warn you, I will defend the Sovereign to the fullest extent of my meager abilities. Yes, it is. Our beneficent, infallible ruler, the Sovereign Henry Aloysius Varric, son of the first Sovereign, Reuben Varric. You'll have to forgive him right now. As I said, he is not his best today. We've been here since it was determined that the Sovereign, long distraught over the loss of his family, was in need of mental refreshment. Since then, he has been receiving dedicated treatment from head refresher Gould himself.
Forse ho fatto bene a venire qua perché così c'ho anche delle informazioni pregresse.
Well, after his first session, the Sovereign was notably upset, launched in absurd nonsense about how the Consul had betrayed him. That all stopped after his next dip into the lathe, thank law. He's remained quite peaceful since. I'm certain he'll be back to his old self in no... Preposterous! No subject of the Protectorate would ever harm, or to even think this stately form before you is the direct descendant of the matriarch herself. I will stay true to him and the Protectorate. The Sovereign is receiving the finest possible care, as he has every day of... Just... Go. Please, just leave us. Just leave.
Ho fatto bene a venire qua.
Hey, what's that sound? Why does the wall look so soft, all of...
Oh, do I detect a whiff of reprioritin gas? I thought no one was... I should have your chart. Wait.
And so the scientist becomes the lab sprat.
Well, this is normally where you'd say something. Oh dear, I seem to be a little unstable at the moment. Even in a state such as this, I am more than able... To what end are you here? Tell me truly. You know, I have a proposal. Adequately debate me on the merits and failings of each group's ideology. I believe in the strength of our ideals. I'm quite... But if I'm wrong, what would Auntie's choice or the Order or my word, you're not a scrapper. Well, none of that. There's a good sport. Do try to... So, what of the Order? Our former allies? Those cursed overthinkers. My position is a burden, gladly taken to ease the suffering of our subjects. Though your point, while... What say you about Auntie's choice, then? Tell me, is there any value? That actually sounds to have some slight merit when you put it that way. Your point is not complete. In the Protectorate, we have the best of everything. Food, technology, a sense of belonging, freedom from doubt, worry, hard work. No, the others simply can't. Not word for word, no. I do take certain... I understand you meant that as an insult, but I refuse to be baited by those either jealous or ignorant of our ways. As it is right now. No, the refreshment process is... Well, you've raised some interesting points, I suppose. Any other clever assertions you'd like to put forward before I fully evaluate your performance here? That was the final point you wanted to... I must say, that was moderately stimulating. Now, what next? Oh dear, the technical specifications for the Lathe of Particularity are in my office. Now, if you'll excuse me, I do have a schedule to maintain. What an edifying confabulation.
You are material for perfection. From the lowliest subjects to the most exalted vigilant, we must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We're all in this together.
Wait.
Of every protector
was led to believe my case required minimal treatment. But that last session, that was far more intensive. Strong observation, Your Sublime Radiance. We set the lathe to the maximal abradement setting. Per instructions. Maximal? Who authorized you to use that setting? I demand the name of my betrayer! Subject is exhibiting increased agitation upon exiting the lathe, consistent with extreme cases. Further abradement recommended. Who are you speaking to?
Indietro roba, pare,
Are you
però io ho
recording this?
esplorato tutto sto
Enough
giro.
of this farce! Release me at once!
Glad there are people out here like you. Gives hope. Both of us, well, we're forever in your debt. Ah, before I forget, here, this is for you. Thank you ever so much for freeing my father.
My friend from Placid Waters. Appreciate you fetching the pitch ball Millie got me. And of course, the escort out of there. Wonderful, wonderful. So good to... You heading out? Do...
Potrei iniziare a farmi una secondaria, vediamo se riusciamo a farla pure tutta, non lo so. Oddio, magari mo mi fa finire un accordo equo. Ah sì, perché sono tutti e due nello stesso punto, ecco perché non mi segnala attivata l'altra, ma comunque devo andare da loro.
Always remember, commercialism is the foundation that Anti's Choice Society is.
I see you're back from the
Our team at Proprietary Insight Acquisition has been salivating over the potential. Really? Thought you had.
I I, for one, care little for the completion of stretch goals. You managed to avoid being mentally refreshed. That demonstrates considerable pluck and fortitude.
Now, I assume you won't mind we have a few questions about the process. Our people will extract details about the pharmacology and methodology. That will all no doubt prove useful, but we're most Can't say I like the sound of that.
How truly unfortunate. Those without design.
What else can you tell us about the place? Turn up any additional details? But still, they keep on marketing it as virtually foolproof, don't they? So much for their vaunted moral... Excellent. Along with something too bad about the lead scientist. Converting him would have earned... All right. For your next assignment, well, it's something of an organizational priority.
Congratulations. Your storied success.
So your preliminary chores are complete? Oh, finally, a contractor with a little backbone. Normally they flee or expire. Oh, I remember you from before. Fairfield, yes? Tell me, as an outside agent, do you have any quandaries working with our organization? Good. Good. Perhaps you can help us rig the odds in our favor. Do hope you'll forgive these two. They're competing for a rather significant promotion, you see. It tends to make employees fractious. Like young... So, you've been advancing a fairly radical idea with a group. I received a most curious transmission from Ruth. She stated this was your idea. A cessation of hostilities could present any number of potentially profit. Are you sure you'd rather pursue this over your current exclusive contract with us? Before I contact Ruth, I want to be 110% certain. Fine. I'll initiate a call with Ruth through a secure line in the conference room next.
Ah, dicendo l'autorizzazione. Ma lui si tornerà russo.
Look who it is. Her mathematicalness should be along soon, unless the leader of the orders...
There we are. Apologies for the delay.
Oh, yes! Regale us with a thorough account.
This must be Auntie Cleo's trademark wit. I expected better. If I was discourteous, I apologize. So long as our mediator proves up to the task, surely we can remain civil.
From where I'm positioned, I sense 3.1, control of the archive. Point 2, oversight of production and distribution of skip cores. And point 3, management of Rift.
If there is one subject at the forefront of my... Before we go any further, I want it in writing that the Order will take...
What? So the Order can set it fruitlessly idling for another few centuries?
I would sever my own hand before giving custody of the archive over to a corporation. Humanity's ascension depends on its calculations. No, such a condition is out of the question.
I am amenable to that proposition.
I'm waiting to hear an argument that would support such a ludicrous proposal.
I certainly agree. Why, it's as if you've read my autobiography.
The Order is not a business. We are not beholden to such strictures. Nor do I believe humanity would be improved by yoking. And so, because Auntie's choice is suffering a cut by not receiving full control over the archive, you deem it fair for the Order to bleed as well. Very well. I will not absolve you of this choice by commending...
Ruth, I commend you for being so receptive, and I assure you...
On the subject of science, it would be most prudent for us to discuss who...
No one understands production like we do.
Where Auntie's choice manages, the Order would undoubtedly excel. Do not exclude us from consideration.
So you ramp up production? And then what? Hand skip drives out for free?
We would be diligent about who we licensed out the skip drives to. And a monopoly over space travel is precisely what I wish to avoid. This technology should benefit all humanity.
We wouldn't even be having this debate if we let Zeb release that info about the matriarch.
You'll have to speak up, child. You're too far away.
Our mediator is correct. The mere suggestion of a monopoly should disqualify you. Not only would you make Arcadians pay for the privilege of progress, but follow this. If Auntie is willing to sell a skip core to anyone with enough bits, only chaos would result.
I disagree completely. Just look at how well the Order protected its own assets. Remember Golden Ridge, the Archive? Besides, the Order will inevitably leave money on... pull my other leg. If Auntie's choice doesn't make a profit from it, I literally couldn't care less. Well, I never accept a deal I don't like, and frankly, you've been becoming a little... We can end these negotiations at any time, you know. It seems Auntie's choice stands little to gain from them.
Evidently, we have hit an impasse. And you have disappointed me immeasurably. Do not...
I estimate this thriftless little misadventure has cost Aunties 100,000. Seeing how you've proven yourself worthlessly incompetent at best, I have no...
Sorry, Commander. Though you pinned some hope on getting those two to make nice. Well, you know what they say about sprats and canids.
È proprio fallita. E dai, sì, però se vuoi le statistiche alte per poter andare avanti è un po' una rottura di coglioni, una certa. Devi lasciarmi più margine. Vediamo se riesco a risolverla in un altro modo. Gli dico guarda, l'ordine a... E poi dico guardate voi però usate...
Sorry, Commander.
Vaffanculo. Sta parte è rognosina, Perché poi non mi fa fare tutte le altre quest. Sì, sono teste di cazzo tutte e due queste. Adesso però non mi fa entrare. Oh. Questa è rognosa. Gli devo lasciare una e una. Però Dio buono, queste vogliono tutte e due tutto. Allora gli lasciamo. Proviamo a far che lasciamo.
Look who it...
This must be Auntie Cleo's. If I was discourteous, I apologize.
From where I'm... Point 1, control of the archive. Point 2, oversight of production.
If there is... Before...
What?
I would sever my own hand before giving...
Not completely sure you can convince me that Auntie's choice benefits from receiving... Oh, kindly enlighten me on precisely what those greater gains would be. Oh, grand.
The Order is pleased to accept our meet.
Yes, the Order can keep their contraption. No one understands
where Auntie's... So we would be diligent about who we licensed out the skip drives to. And
exactly.
As would the likelihood that we will eventually improve. There is still the question of who takes possession of the Protectorate. Although the science is still largely theoretical, this technology could be used to not only close rifts, but create new ones.
The Order would fritter away valuable time endlessly hand-wringing what to do with the technology. Auntie's choice would actually use it. A 50-50 split? But that's so... equal. Normally, I decline such a preposterous suggestion.
I have full faith in the plan. Let probability prove out my calculations.
Always
The Order will abide. There is one final matter I wish to discuss. I require some chemicals that I have been told are manufactured at a plant on Praetor.
I know which plant you're referring to, Ruth, and what comes out of it is out of professional curiosity. What could you possibly...
That is, quite frankly, none of your concern.
Precisely. Partners don't withhold secrets, although they can and probably should withhold extremely dangerous chemicals, if not...
I will make no progress with my request without further While the Archive is an infinitely complex machine, an equally complex apparatus has been designed which, unfortunately, this headgear exacts a rather tremendous cost on the wearer. A certain panacea is needed to survive it, but I require these chemicals to finish it.
Certainly. I'll even extend our corporate partners. Best I'll say is today's outcome is...
Okay.
Arriving at any arrangement even remotely equitable was statistically improbable. Be glad our mediator managed to find a... As am I. You certainly have a...
Well, that'll be all for today. Don't forget to purchase the latest, and do come see me personally when you have time. I have
One moment. There are still the logistics of recapturing the Archive.
We'll, of course, provide our expert troops to support these efforts. Have your people call my people to...
Auntie's troopers will certainly help us manage the Protectorate but it would be irrational to expect you to endanger your own life without a more specific strategy in place. Fortunately, first, we must reclaim Spireton from the enemy. Spireton once served as the Order's headquarters, due to its proximity to the... More importantly, there is a lift located in Spireton which can deliver our troops. Unlocking and calling that lift can only be done from within the Archive, however. Fortunately, I am told you already dealt with the cultists there. Unfortunately, you will still need to find a way past a small rift. A prudent course of action, though I would also advise caution. Praetor is as perilous as Cloister, if not more so. Given that there is a computronical key that you will also need to locate with the Calcaduceus grants special access to the Archive. Once it is back in Order hands, we will have full control over its systems once more. Until the Order has control over the Archive again, may you achieve progress.
Can't believe I just watched peace made between the Order and Auntie's choice. Seems like a dream.
Allora, sono gli ultimi 2 punti che posso mettere. Proviamo allora su eloquenza e su... e portiamo la King a 10, va.
Like a dream I'd have after eating too many woolly curds.
Facciamo che dai, che faccio un punto. Così c'ho l'ingegneria magari con un punto in più che non guasta.
We've successfully co-opted yet another of our rivals. Can't believe those eggheads accepted the deal. What's next on my agenda?
That outside contractor is here. You requested a brief tete-a-tete.
Ah, there you are. Our fresh-faced new go-getter. We meet in the flesh at last. You've proved quite useful. Keep it up. You'll be going places. You don't seem much put off by my appearance. Good. I have no stomach for those with no stomach regarding me having no stomach. It is, however, something of a brand secret reserved for only the most trusted confidants. And covered in detail buried within the confidentiality clause you agreed to on arrival. I trust this presents no concerns for you, yes?
Well, ain't meaning no disrespect, it's just everyone was saying that you were focused on a product launch or avoiding assassination attempts. That's why you weren't seen in public.
Poor dear, believing that erroneous drivel. You do know, I ask again, Do you have any problems with the previously mentioned stipulations? Well, seems there's more to your shrouded past than I'd been led to believe. And here I'd been ready to disclose all. No matter.
Not exactly. Well, exactly. But
we've uncovered an opportunity to procure me. There was a past proposal to utilize graphs, but once.
Wait. Are you saying that the grafting program was only started up?
Yes, keep up, dear. You think we would have
That means your scientists lied to us and are suffering.
This is what you signed up for. Tell me, did you also believe that we came here to solely liberate Arcadia and not for its resources? Oh, you did. How sad. Oh, no need to be dramatic. Here, I'll put on my pleasant, kindly adjacent smile for you. Now, will you help I'll have you know, we at Auntie's Choice are far from blood simple. No, to find me the perfect body, you'll be assailing an inappreciably populated automated automech factory over on not just any automech. That facility was designed to build complex automechs, a natural choice. It was the last in a long line of his ill-fated life extension experiments. Make it mine.
There's a sub-facility beneath the automech factory. Its entrance being hidden.
Well then, fetch me my new body and we can find...
Qua posso fare il viaggio rapido, se no. Dai, faccio questa, poi faccio il round, magari. Di fazione erano se fallivano i negoziati pure. Dopo controllo. Che allora me ne rimangono molte di meno se comincio ad andare proprio verso il finale. Sì, dai, questo almeno l'ho ripulita. Poi magari c'è il piano sotto, ok, ma... Lo scartabagno.
There was... Guns cocked and loaded.
Replenishing my firearm.
Allora, fammi vedere una cosa, le granate, mo, le ho riprese quelle. se quelle che non odi delle fazioni è perché sono se pigli poi parteggi per una o per l'altra per farle fuori. Quindi subito. No, che allora a quel punto mi rimane veramente relativamente poco.
Always remember, commercialism is the foundation that Auntie's Choice Society is based upon.
Oddio, la zia sarei quasi tentato di pugnalarla alle spalle, no?
Glorious efficacy, while the Protectorate
Preferisco l'ordine, per quanto sia una mezza setta.
Soon I'll be able to... You're back! Finally! Finally! Splendid! Splendid! We'll ensure your reward matches... Oh, let me see it. Yes, indeed. Oh, let me look at you, gorgeous. If you'll all just excuse...
There you are. Congratulations. Now your body's almost as intimidating as your mind. You've narrowed the gap quite a bit.
Oh, Auntie, you look amazing. Absolutely everyone will want a new mech body.
What about you? What do you think? Any first impressions you'd like to Wonderful! Exactly the effect I was hoping for. What's more, it's an undeniable confirmation that the Archive-derived strategic plan can be reliably executed with their predictive abilities refining our planning and... Yes, so much to do. I am quite looking forward to you...
Punto, se mi serve questo per la cosa su chiostro conviene fare prima questo, però la faremo oggi pomeriggio, mo ci arrivo giusto, facciamo il viaggio rapido là. Comunque sì, le altre quest mi sa che allora sono l'esperienza che piglio non è più uffa. 30 è un po' bassi, che poi li aumentano mi sa con DLC forse i livelli, però se c'ho armature, che da un botto che non guardo le armature, se no di migliori. Preferisco tankare che qua te menano forte alcune volte se non sei attento. Adesso dov'è che devo andare? Ah, qui. Posso iniziare ad andare anche più lentamente visto che siamo vicini al finale. E a questo punto ciao a tutti, buon pomeriggio e ci rivediamo più tardi. Dai, a dopo, ciao a tutti, a più tardi.